Okay, hello and welcome to another episode of King's Crossing. The retcon episode? I don't know what I'm gonna call this, but we'll see what Gnimwirt ends up calling this by the end of it. So what we're doing is, if you've been keeping up with the series, we'll do a previously on here in a minute, but basically we ended on the note of it was evening time and the festival was beginning. However, we're retconning that. It is afternoon. Yeah, the festival. Which one did we wait, what? I already forgot which one we were going with. Was the festival canceled till tomorrow and it's still evening? Or is it afternoon and the festival's still tonight?
I think the first one. It's moved to tomorrow for XY reason, and there's going to be, it's end of our day.
So then my next question is when would you guys plan on... Yeah, and then we could do some RP in the evening, and then mission in the morning?
Yeah.
I think that sounds good. Okay, cool. So we're retconning just in the fact that it has been raining and storming all day, so the people of Arwen's Rest are going to postpone the festival until the following day. So instead of us ending on the note of music coming from the fairgrounds, the town square, we're going to end on the note of Adarag sees the two players. You guys just came out of your secret ruin meeting spot, if I remember right. So you guys head out of there and you find Adarag, and you can see they're dropping sides down on like some of the tents and canopies. And she turns to you and she goes, "Oh, hey guys, we're actually, due to the rain, we're thinking tomorrow's gonna be a better night for this. Is that all right with you? I know we kind of asked you guys to be here specifically for this, but the townspeople said tomorrow looked like sun. I don't know how they read the weather out here, but tomorrow looked a lot nicer, and so they were thinking it would be better to do it then. Is that all right?"
Well, it's your festival, so yeah.
Good. I really do hope you'll still come.
Of course. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Do you know, are they starting at the same time tomorrow? 7, I think you said?
Well, I don't have a clock, but sunset.
Okay.
You engineers, you. She's like, as sunset is when we'll light up the torches, and I believe Alexios is even going to be serenading the festival with music. I hear there's even going to be a dancing contest this year.
And Gnimwirt just like looks down, like stops making eye contact.
But I got 2 left feet.
Well, maybe I can be your right feet then. She's like, well, I'm gonna go get out of the rain. You guys have yourselves a good night, and I'll hopefully see you tomorrow around town. Yeah.
Maybe. We might have some business in the morning, but we'll for sure be back for the festival.
Well, perfect. I'll look forward to it then. May the gods guide you and keep you safe.
You as well.
She'll head out. It's at this point she walks past and you guys are standing there. Rain's still coming down. You can see the festivities are kind of dying down. People are heading back home, kind of going about their business. And out past the town square, you see a very familiar figure come walking through the town gate, where you see Jonathan opening up the way, kind of holding out a lantern, as a hulking figure carrying a walking stick comes kind of sauntering through the gate. A little field basket wrapped over his arm, almost like a little purse, as Bjoern comes walking into town. What do you guys do?
We'll approach Bjoern.
Alright. Gnimwirt's going to approach Bjoern. Adarag, are you going with him?
Yes, of course.
Alright. Adarag is all sullen. Yep. You guys head down the path, out southwards towards the town gate. Bjoern meets you about halfway, walking up the path. You can see he has a large, wide-brimmed hat on that he has gathered somewhere. And the rain just kind of dripping off the hat, almost creating like a waterfall in front of his face. He kind of looks up. Not much, because you're very short, but looks up to see you both come up. He's like, little ones. It is good to see you again.
Bjoern, good to see you, sir.
Yes, great to see you too. You look cold. Would you like to step into the inn with us?
That I would. Is the fire as warm as I remember?
I sure hope so. I'm cold too.
Let us be off then. And we'll begin sauntering, walking stick in hand, headed up to Ob's Lodge. Familiar sight. Go ahead.
On the way over, I'd like to talk with him about kind of keeping a hushed tone sort of thing, just in case, seeing as this is a very rare thing, I want to keep it kind of quiet, so kind of a personal conversation between the two of us. Probably
What is it,
heard my
young
number.
one? You seem troubled.
Well, sir, you've done so much for us already, and I hate to ask, but I believe that we may need some items that are in your possession.
You as well, then. And what items might those be?
Well, sir, if we might, could you spare some mammoth nutmeg and tundra cassia?
Those are not common ingredients for the townsfolk.
I understand, sir, and believe me, if I had another way, I might be trying to pursue it, but as of right now, me master here has a quest that he's bound and determined to get on, but we might need some of those items for the last few bits and bobs.
And what is it seek to make?
Well, sir, what was that potion that you were saying it was?
A potion. Most interesting.
I think I've got it all tucked away, but I believe it's called Stonehide. Have you heard of it before?
I have.
Well,
Are you wishing to cast Stonehide on?
Well, I think it's not the Stonehide poison. It's the Stonehide remedy. We're trying to get rid of someone who has been affected by this.
Get rid of them how?
Sorry, get rid of the effect on this person.
Oh, that is very different.
Yes, poor wording. Engineers kind of suck at words sometimes.
Engineer.
My trade.
You trade what?
Knowledge.
You
of
trade knowledge.
Technology.
Like, Zabani.
Yes, but he's more focused on the mythical, theoretical, historical. I'm focused on numbers and creation of gadgets.
I know nothing of what you speak.
Oh, gadgets like these, and I show him my goggles.
Kind of leans down, sniffs them. What does it do?
It helps me see underwater.
It lets you see underwater.
Yes, like I was clear as day.
What magic is this? I did not know you practiced.
That's the thing, though. It's not magic. I can explain it with reason.
I fear I will not understand your reason. But I respect your trade.
Thank you. Yes, I don't think it's critical that you understand my reason, but I think you would understand our motive. You see, the reason we're trying to get this remedy, as you will, is this person that has been turned to stone that we're aware of, which actually I think we talked about back in your cave, which feels like so long ago. But
Yesterday.
yeah,
Yesterday.
You see, he's done many things to harm the town, and so we're seeking him out for two things, really. One, to make sure he no longer harms the town, and also to get more information out of him to understand, I guess, why he was doing it and if there's more people involved.
Bring him to justice, if you mean.
How is it your people bring justice?
Well, I plan to bring him back so that the people can have returned what was theirs, and I mean, I personally wouldn't see this man harmed, but I think it'd be right for the people to be able to jail him or do what they will. Elder Arlane asked us to bring him back.
And this Elder Arlane, he gives out justice. It's at this point you guys are stood kind of at the door. Bob's Lodge, he just hasn't pushed it open yet.
Well, I'm not certain how the justice system works around here, but it seems that he is the one who would hold the reins of power in this area, I believe.
He seems to be in charge of the town, but frankly, my motive is less focused on the justice and more focused on the preventing other harm that could be caused by leaving this unattended.
Pardon me for misremembering the exact conversation from Bjorn's cave, but am I correct in assuming the person you seek to use this remedy on was stone-skinned by the dragon?
That's what we believe, yes. I believe that's what we talked about. Yes, we told you about that statue that we found just before we ran into the trail of riff leading to your cave. Not too far to the north of that location, we found that statue. And a very grim scene. We believe this man was kidnapping kids from the town, and unfortunately, a few died by what we believe to be that dragon attack.
By nature, he was turned. So it should be true. By nature, he should be unturned. I will help.
Much appreciated.
Push open the door and duck into Hobbs Lodge.
Okay,
Do you guys
following
follow?
in.
Yeah.
Alright, stepping into Hobbs Lodge, you can see a bunch of townspeople have kind of escaped the rain and are having drinks. You can see Liliana gives a wave to all of you guys as she carries another tray out to a table. She goes, "Just pick a seat anywhere. I'll be with you as soon as I can."
Thank you, Liliana.
Sets it down. You can see even Griff's behind the counter. He's back in the back room. He pops his head out, kind of looking. Who's that? Oh, boys! Welcome back.
Griff, me mate.
Thank
How
you,
you
Griff.
Hey! Kind of looks to Liliano, gives him a weird look. He just shrugs and goes back into the kitchen. You guys now stand inside Hobbs' lodge. Bjoern goes and takes a seat by the fire, kind of taking off his hat and setting it on his lap, and gives a little shiver, and all his fur shakes out. You know, wet driplets dropping down onto the floor. What would you guys like to do for the night?
I think I would probably be sticking around Bjorn and trying to like glean how he does his potion stuff, because figuring that there's some sort of alchemy needed for this this remedy that we're making, I would try to like glean any information I can off of somebody who I know has a proclivity for it.
Interesting.
Yep.
Gnimwirt?
I'll lean over to Bjorn. Bjorn, I have a recipe, I guess, for this remedy. Would that be useful to you? Can you read recipes well?
I cannot read your tongue. You may read it for me. I can assist if you would like.
Sure, that would work. Perhaps before we hit the hay tonight, we could take care of this remedy.
Yeah, you can see he's reaching down to his pack, pulling it out, and he seems to be untying it and unclasping it, and kind of this giant leaf plant unfolds. No longer a backpack, basically, but now just like a laid out plant with a bunch of different stuff of his on it. He'll kind of shake it off and move aside the stuff, and he pulls out the Tundra Cassia and the Mammoth. Help me out.
Mammoth nutmeg.
Mammoth nutmeg. Sorry, I don't have any of it in front of me. Granted, fun fact for the viewers: I don't have any of this session prepped because we changed the entire session, so we're improvising the entire thing. So I get to be a player in this one. Just kind of make it up as we go. It's super fun. So Tundra Cassia and Mammoth Nutmeg. He pulls those two out, and then at that point, you know, once he's got his little thing set up, you can see out of his pack he's got a couple of like mortar, pestle, a couple clay bowls, and what looks to be an assortment of 10 to 20 different ingredients assortments, but you guys can't really tell what they are off the rip. And once he's got that kind of set up, he'll look at it, kind of sit back up straight, and then turn to you guys, waiting for instruction.
Yeah. Adarag, do you have the other things we've gathered?
I've got the bitterweed. I believe you still have the yellow dill and the blue savory.
Did I have that? Did she hand me that?
I believe so.
Okay. I never put it in my inventory, but that's okay.
You dropped it on the ground. It's gone forever now.
No.
No.
Run back outside. I know there's yellow dill around.
The
We
blue
need another
savory, the
3
super rare plant.
Yeah. We need another 3 sessions to
Make
gather
another
the
chair.
stuff
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah, so I'll pull it out and hand the bitterweed, and then like gingerly hand the blue savory to Bjorn.
He takes it. He's like,
So,
"What would you like?"
would you like me to read you the whole thing, or do you want to just go in small steps?
What I think we should do for this is I'm going to pull up his actual sheet. We're gonna, yeah, okay, perfect. He's gonna roll alchemy, and do
Alright.
either of you have it trained?
I think I do.
Nope.
No.
Okay, so either he can roll and you guys just accept his roll, or one of you can roll and he can assist you.
Is he trained in it?
He is. That's why he's able to assist. You have to be trained to be able to assist.
Okay. I'd say maybe we just let the expert do it.
Okay. He's gonna roll. I'm gonna leave it standard. He could totally botch this. Actually, I'm not gonna show you guys. Because he could botch this. But none of you will know, because none of you have made it before. You are gonna read off the recipe?
Yeah, do you want me to?
It's a lot.
Maybe.
I don't think you need to.
You
Maybe
could
if you
pull it up on stream, maybe. I don't know.
If he reads it successfully, maybe it gives a advantage to Bjoern.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good point. You have education, correct? That's why you're able to read and write, Gnimwirt?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead and roll an education check for me. We will see how well you articulate this recipe to Bjoern, who doesn't really understand common very well.
So standard, everything.
Yes.
Okay, I do have plus 10. I don't know how. I don't have to manually add that.
No,
right?
that's already part of it. Yeah, because you've got to train. Sweet. Need a 61 or less. Got a 34. That's a success. So, that is going to give Bjoern a bonus. That's there. That's there. That's there. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, this should be fun. I'm excited. Okay. You guys go through the recipe and you actually go really slow with it. You guys take it one step at a time. Bjoern seems to pick up what you're putting down very well. He's like, okay. And grabs that ingredient. You see him mixing off the mortar. Adarag, you're paying a lot of attention to this. Why don't you, for me, we can't just roll. Can you give me... Actually, Adarag, give me an alchemy check straight. I know it's flipped to fail and everything, but just give me a standard across the board. While you do that, yeah, Bjoern seems to be picking up what you're putting down. He's mixing, he kind of mixes, and then you probably like have an amount of times you need to mix it, or how long you need to mix it for, so you count, because you're the engineer and you actually know time math, and he follows your lead, and the two of you tackle this. Adarag, you don't fucking understand. You're like, what?
Can I say one thing?
Of course.
While he's doing this, and I'm like measuring out the quantities, because I can at least like measure the ingredients, right? Like, yeah. I'm helping him with that.
Absolutely.
So can you tell me, are we using like all of the stuff we have, or can I like be like bagging like extra stuff? Does that make sense? Like blue savory, are we using the whole flour, or can I like bag the extra petals? Or
do you have the recipe pulled up?
Yeah, it says 1 pinch of blue savory.
1 pinch. I would say.
So he'd like.
I'm gonna allow you to answer that. You can use all of it. Be safe. To know, like, hey, we're gonna be safe and make sure that we have enough. Or you'd be like, we're gonna use the exact amount.
I feel like as an engineer, I'd be like, follow it to a T. So, like 1 pinch of blue savory, I would like pick off a petal.
Yeah.
And I'd be like communicating with Bjoern. Like, it says 1 pinch. Would that mean 1 petal for you?
Find out. Basically, you give him 1 petal, he crushes it up and gets it, to the paste that it needs to be, and then he would hold the bowl out to you. You'd probably pick it up in a pinch and be like, yeah, that's a good amount. Or, let's do 1 more petal. So what I will say is, of this, you'll save... Ooh, actually, let's check. I'm gonna roll this one standard. This is just... Okay, so that one there is a failure. Damn, 45. What's that based off of? Intelligence. I feel like this isn't reading that right, because he has a 45. There should be a 55 or less. Either way, that's failed, but... I'm gonna have to double check my NPCs and make sure that their stats are rolling correctly. Roll details. Oh yeah, 45 plus 10. Minus 10 from barrel. What? Oh, why does he have peril damage? Well, there's the problem. Alright. Okay, I was like, I don't know why he was barreled. Okay. So you were going to use, but you're keeping it accurate. I'm gonna say you save half your ingredients. So half the blue savory, half the dillweed, half the other one. Yellow
Bitterweed?
dill.
Oh, yellow
Yellow
dill and
dill and
bitterweed.
bitterweed, yes. I combined them, sorry. Grunkle keeps his half of the ingredients. Grunkle? No. Bjoern.
Oh, they're back! Festival! Alright.
Grunkle. No. Yeah, Bjoern will keep his half of the ingredients.
Yep.
He mixes up the paste, and as you guys work in the light of the fire, people start going to sleep, and by the time you guys are done, it seems like the place is quieted down a lot. There's only like maybe 4 patrons still in there. Alexius is in the corner strumming, playing his viol. They strum viols now. And Grunkle is Bjoern confirmed. Yeah, it's just in a bear suit. Rah! You guys get to the end, and you have basically this paste, and of the juices, he pours the juices out into a bowl, and he hands the bowl to you. That should do.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Bjorn, is there any way that we can test to make sure that it's the correct tincture?
You know anyone else made of stone?
Well, sir, there were your boots that did get some petrification on them. Do you still have those?
I don't think they were petrified. They just had acid from the dragon. Would that show anything, Bjorn, from the dragon?
The acidic boots that you mended?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe they're petrified.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know of any other statues, so I'd say the best we could do, Adarag, is bring the rest of these ingredients that we've saved, and if worst comes to worst, we can try again on site. However, that would require us to travel with our alchemist here, and that's a big ask.
Would we have seen any other statues in town?
No. None in town.
Okay.
Actually, that's not entirely true. Roll for me. Roll for me.
We're doing all of our errands. Yeah.
Yeah. Entirely true.
Standard cross?
Standard across, awareness check.
Me too.
It's a success if you want.
Sure.
Gnimwirt's like, no, there were no other statues. And Adarag is like, yeah, there were.
There were.
What you guys have been around town. I've described this town with ruins, ancient civilizations, so on and so forth. A lot of things like you think of like ancient Greece, right? They have like all the. Have either of you guys played Assassin's Creed? God, which one was it? It's the one where he plays this. Oh God, do you play as a guy named Alexios? I think you do. It's set is like Sparta, Greece, Rome, kind of.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, that was a stab in the dark.
Yeah, no, I think that is it. No, okay. Basically, think of like ancient Greece, right? Where you've got all the like old ruins and pillars, right? You've seen statues as well, some probably mostly buried or ruined or tarnished. Could be some of those might have been people. Or they were just statues.
Whereabouts in town? So we did a lot of errands running around. would this have been something that we saw that I would have seen maybe coming into town as we were fleeing the blights, or is this something that I would have...
More
Okay.
north side of town.
North side of town.
Yep.
Okay. Well, sir, I believe I may have seen a statue out on the north side of the gate.
There's no gate on the north side.
Or not, well, yeah, the north side of town.
I know, you guys have a town map. I'm working on it.
Yeah. As we were fleeing those blasted blights, then I believe I did see a statue out there.
Here's my concern. We only have, and I hold up the jar of the new remedy. We only have a small amount of this, and if it does work, I want to make sure we have enough for the statue we really need it for. And if it doesn't work, then the solution's the same. We just try again to brew it. So maybe we just brew a second batch here and now as a backup, just in case, and bring both.
Two is one and one is none. I like the idea.
What do you say, Bjoern?
I suppose better safe than sorry. I am sad to see my ingredients go. They are from my home.
That's a good point.
Serves a good cause.
Well, we don't want to put you out on it, and honestly, it might be actually a bit beneficial to have somebody that can keep us alive out there on the trail north. And if it is what you say, what you think it is, sir, it might be good to have somebody larger around.
Meaning no offense.
Meaning no offense, of course, sir.
God, this reminds me. Oh God, was it your group or the other group, or when was it where you guys shared together? So I think it was your group. Griff was on the cot, and you're like, "Griff, you're back!" And he's like, "I'm back." Was that your group?
Yeah.
And you thought it was Bjoern, and Griff's like, "Oh, not that large." No, that was a funny moment. It just reminded me.
But I mean, pull up his picture. He's massive.
Which one?
Griff?
Oh yeah, Griff's a big guy. Yeah, notable people. Let's see.
Yeah.
There's Griff. Yeah, I mean,
That is large.
He's pretty big.
He's a pretty big guy.
He's a pretty big guy.
Especially to some small folk.
Yeah, yeah, he's a pretty big guy.
Or like the size of his biceps.
You just sit on his shoulders, like you're like the hobbits on the Ent.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it you are asking of me?
Well, sir, if you'd be up for it, it might be nice to have you along with us, and that way we can try the first remedy, and that way we don't have to waste any more of your ingredients. I know how precious they are to you. I know you just came back from out on the road, but it'd mean a lot if we to come with us, if we had you along with us.
Want to go north again? You remember what we found last time?
I would say
remember.
Want is a strong word, but I'm afraid we must.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you guys to roll something. Try and convince him. Give me, depending on what you guys want to roll, intimidation, charm. I think those are the two main ones. Bargain if you try and like buy him, trade for it.
Let's see. rumor? No.
No, I'm gonna go with intimidate, charm, or bargain if you try and pay him for it.
Yep.
Trade for it.
I'll try to charm him, like begging and kind of like a desperate, like he can see that we just really need the help.
Okay. Who had a 56 out of 42. Your please don't give off the effect you think they do. And you give me is it insight? What's the one I'm looking for here? Scrutinize. Give me a scrutinize check. Either one of you. Or both. Gnimwirt, you got a 25 out of 52. You're sensing that he's getting the vibe that you guys want him to do the heavy lifting and like carry you and basically do it for you.
Well,
you see, Bjoern, I know in our previous adventure you did a lot of work, especially my voice gets quiet because I don't want Griff to hear me, especially carrying Griff back, and and you know
What? No.
we had Isabella, and it was, to say the least, an exhausting adventure. I'm hoping this time there wouldn't be as much hard labor required as from you. I'm really just hoping to save your ingredients if at all possible, but
and how about we sweeten the pot by, while we're out and on our adventures to come, we'll keep an eye out for any rare herbs or ingredients that you may need, and we'll be your gophers, so to speak.
Give me Gnimwirt, give me a charm. Adarag, give me a bargain.
oh,
Wow.
Oh,
All right. Gnimwirt with the crit fail. He shakes his head. He goes, "I just escaped that. I am not looking forward to facing down those monsters."
agreed.
You feel at this point you're going to need to offer something beyond just, hey, maybe if we find something, it's yours.
Well, Griff, what? Or no. Well, Bjoern.
What?
What?
I called him.
Never mind.
He's all the big characters.
Well, Bjoern, are there any ingredients around that are in particularly that you have a particular eye for, that you really need right now?
perhaps
I know
even back up in your mountain homeland, as I imagine we'll be headed that direction in the coming weeks.
At that, you see him perk up. You plan to go to the mountain?
Yes,
Is in our plans, yes, sir.
for my part, I don't know how soon we'll be able to leave for that adventure, but I do believe our path will take us there.
Then yes.
You need only name what you need from that village, and we'll try our... Not try, we will get it for you.
If we survive this road north, you must collect something for me from the mountain.
Name it.
I will, if we survive.
Aye, sir.
Until then. And you see he leans back and you see he pulls out a well-ish fashioned pipe. Begins to pack it and lights it. And this bear sits back and starts puffing on a pipe in front of the fire.
Can I, as Adarag, can I can I try to light it for him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, then packs it, and then what do you have to light it?
A flint and steel.
Shing shing.
I thought he was gonna say I pack it with gunpowder.
Can I? Bjorn's dead. Oh, no! I ain't going to the fucking mountain for you. Yeah. Chat's like, that might not be the best idea. Yeah, chat. I agree.
Well,
he'll.
or I could use a candle.
That might be a better idea. Yeah.
Okay, I'll use a candle.
Creature made of fur. He's just. This is so much worse. Yeah, I'll allow you to light a candle and.
Gonna take a candle, light it from the fireplace, and then use it to light his. Hold it like over his thing.
He kind of looks at you and then bends down and allows you to light it. He kind of sits back and puts his little match down on the counter on the table. He's like, interesting customs you have here. I will learn them in time.
I blow out the candle and put the candle back in my bag.
And with that, what do you guys do for the night?
I'm gonna go and find my turned over cot in the basement.
Yeah,
I did bring that up to the other party. They went down there and I was like, you find 2 cots overturned. And they were like, they stood there for a good like 30 seconds like, well, okay. And they left. I was like, they're overturned cots. I don't know. Yeah, they're still overturned. There's 2 cots down there flipped upside down.
Right.
Yeah, I'll flip mine up. I'm exhausted after all the building today and running around. I hate shopping, and I'm just ready for bed.
Absolutely. You guys snuggle back into your now familiar cots and fall asleep.
First time, actually. Oh no, it would be the second time because like first night we came back from our.
I was gonna say, I thought you guys slept there once before.
When we came back into town.
Or were we out? No, we were out in the forest. We slept at Bjorn's cave.
Yeah. So there's Bjorn's forest, and then we came back to town. Did we sleep in between the?
You must have slept between.
We might have.
Coming back to town in this day.
Yeah,
there's an extra day in between there. I have a calendar. The events. Actually, I can check that right now.
Adarag and Gnimwirt sleep.
Yeah, yeah, specific calendar just for that. Let's. I don't know why I'm checking this, but I'm checking. Let's see. So on. It's Moon's Day, otherwise Monday. So on the 1st. Adarag and Gnimwirt flee the swamp dragon. The 2nd. The 2nd, you guys arrived back in Arwen's Rest. We're on the 3rd now. 3rd is ending. We're heading into the 4th. So between the 2nd and 3rd, you guys slept, and then between the 3rd and 4th, you guys are sleeping.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, now we know. It's important stuff, chat. All right. We need someone to start keeping stats of the game and how many times they actually sleep in their beds. That's gonna be a stat we're gonna be tracking. Oh, you guys were watching. Are you guys watching stream? Because you guys will be seeing rolls.
No, I just went over there because you kept mentioning chat, and I went and looked and didn't see any chat in Kick.
Yeah, they're all on the wrong. Yep, you're right.
Just wanted to toss that in there.
Good shout out. Okay, the night passes. You guys. I'm gonna need a resolve check from both of you, actually. Hopefully not a crit fail.
Hopefully not. I think I got that out of my system. I did not.
Wow. I think that's like your 3rd 90s roll.
It's not been a good night.
No, you've had 94, 92. No, 94. That was an older roll. Actually, maybe not. Anyways, okay. So a 98 out of 46 and a 39 out of 45. So, Gnimwirt.
Yes, sir.
You do not sleep well. You have a nightmare. And I just remembered we didn't do it previously on King's Crossing. Whoops. Can you regale for us the vision you had in the north?
Oh gosh.
Do you remember?
You might have to help me on that one.
You were standing on crumbling earth. Everything was shaking and violently disrupting the land around you. Remember any of that?
Yeah, it's coming back to me.
Yeah.
I don't remember which notes I had that in, but
Yeah, this was a while back. So you have a nightmare of, once again, you're stood and you're hearing, you hear a familiar voice. You can't place it, but you hear someone screaming in this like distorted, warped voice that bridges between like high pitch, like a falsetto female, and just the deepest bass. Just the blend of the two clashing and fighting against each other. Kill me! Kill me! As you stand and the ground is just shaking and the wind is whipping, it's cold, it bites at your skin like frostbite dripping off your beard, and you awake just sweating. Adarag, you sleep so peacefully. You just have a great night's sleep. You dream, though. You do dream.
Mm-hmm.
What you dream of... You... think of how I want to do this. You have a good dream. And what you dream of is you actually see friends of yours. People you've met. I don't know if they're necessarily friends, but people you've met. You see Grunkle and Torvekic and even Wilfer. You see Alexios. You see Gnimwirt. You even see Bjoern, Dibs. And they're all standing there like cheering. They seem to be cheering for you. They seem to be like, woo, yeah, whoa, go. And then you say, thank you. Stop. And they all stop. And you wake up. You see Gnimwirt. Just dripping
You all right,
sweat.
sir?
Mm-mm. Bad dream.
Bad night terrors.
I don't think I'm gonna get any more sleep tonight. We should go back to bed.
All right.
Is it morning?
You're in a dark room. You have no idea.
I'm gonna get up and go sit at the table upstairs.
I'm gonna follow him up. I've seen my buddy wake up from a night terror.
Heading upstairs, it does look like dark, but it looks like it might be dawn.
Like twilight. Sort of.
Yeah, it's like coming up on it. Just the beginnings of sunrise are starting to shine through some of the very tinted windows. Not tinted in a good way. It's more like a green slime that covers most of the windows around town, really. However, some daylight is starting to break through. You can see not very many people are awake. However, you do see two familiar faces. Hunt Captain Kyler and Jonathan, the watchman, seem to be sitting there by the fire, and they've got a pot over the fire, and you can see the hunt captain is mixing it up, pouring a little tankard out, and handing it to Jonathan, and pours another one, and looks up, and he goes, gentlemen, morning.
Good morning.
Morning, sirs.
Either of you fancy brew?
Anytime.
There.
I'm
This
good.
is
Thanks.
this is a homemade concoction. I learned it from a traveler, actually. Taught me how to make this. He pours it out and hands you a cup, and it's hot. Obviously, you haven't been cooked over the fire. You're like, oh, maybe like a hot ale or something.
Spiced.
It actually, you guys would be more familiar with this. It resembles coffee. However, it smells like a very, very, very crude, weird mix of coffee.
Camp coffee, like first attempt, sort of.
Very much camp coffee. However, like, pretty sure one of the ingredients is mud.
The dirty water gives it that extra taste.
Yeah, it's basically just dirty bean water juice. They both sit back, kick back, and begin to drink. They seem to be more than familiar with it.
Well, did you make this with beans?
Yes. Yes, we use some of the beans from deep in the earth. However, we don't have good soil around here, so gives it a interesting aftertaste.
Yeah,
It's the best we
that's
got.
one way
now,
to put
so.
it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, gets your blood pumping in the morning.
That it does.
Where are you two off to?
We're going to be headed north on business for Elder Lane, but we should be back for the festival.
Oh. You, just the two of you going? Dangerous out there.
Well, we were supposed to be tagging along with Bjoern, and I'm just now remembering we told Alexios too we'd let him know when we were heading out. So it may be a little party.
Jonathan looks to like Captain Kyler, and he's like, I got to talk to that Bjoern. He's a good guy, I think. Yeah. Seems, hopefully he'll be able to take care of himself. Alexio seems like a friendly enough sort. You guys should be in good company.
I think so. They both seem nice for my part.
Well, wish you the absolute best and safe in your travels. You guys have done it before. Sure you'll have no problems.
Also, hunt captain.
Just Kyler.
Just Kyler. Right. Kyler, I would say are you in charge of the I don't know, do you guys have like a brig or something of that sort?
Brig.
Jail of sorts. Place to
No,
detain miscreants.
we have the stockades for the occasional drunken brawl that happens every now and then.
I see. Well, you might want to keep them open for a little while. We may have somebody
Planning on
coming
doing
back
something
with us.
crazy.
No, not ourselves, but we may be coming back with somebody that may need the pillory.
You see Kyler kind of perks up. From what you can tell, Jonathan's in charge of the Watchmen. There doesn't seem to be many of them. They usually keep them themselves. They're more gruff sort. Kyler is really just the primary hunter, but kind of makeshift active town sheriff type. Kind of like, who's that?
It's a fellow that goes by the name of Atlas, we believe. He's caused trouble in the town, and Elder Lane asked us to track him down. We believe we know.
He kind of
Sorry.
looks at Jonathan, and Jonathan goes, Atlas. He came through town not too long ago, actually, I think. Wasn't here very long. Came in on a boat, if I remember.
Yes, he had some interactions with Frankie and what's Frankie's friend's name?
Frankie has a lot of friends.
Hopkins.
Hopkins.
Ah, fishing buddy.
Yeah. He interacted with them, and I believe he may be connected to some of the disappearances that have happened in town of late.
Frankie is.
No. This Atlas character.
Oh. That would make more sense, yeah. If you do find anything out, let me know. I'd like to learn more about that.
Us too. Yeah, we're planning on bringing him back so we can get to the bottom of his schemes and put a stop to it.
Good. I'll talk to him as well. See what the three of us can come up with.
Okay. Well, have you two seen Bjoern this morning?
Bjoern, yeah, he sleeps up here by the fire. He headed out not too long ago.
Headed out. North already?
Out the door. I'm not sure where from there.
Oh, okay.
We caught him as he was going out. We were coming in.
Gotcha. Well, we'll go look. Thank you.
Also, have you seen Alexios?
No, I don't think he's come upstairs yet. He sleeps down below.
I see. Sir, I'll go grab Alexios. You try to find Bjorn, and we'll meet outside the tavern.
Yep, sounds good. I'm hoping for better weather today, as the town people predicted.
I do too.
Let's go with Adarag. You're heading back down below. Going down below. Real dark.
I'm gonna take out my my candle.
Okay.
And light my candle and use it. I would probably light it using the already lit fire in the fireplace.
Go back upstairs.
They were cooking with.
Go back downstairs.
And then run back down. Yeah. But then using my candle to kind of illuminate my my way down there.
Okay. As you move around, there's a bunch of gruff people. Basically describes everyone in this town for the most part. You know that there is a mine outside of town, and a lot of these guys seem to be from that. And dirty, soot covered. A lot of people, you can see their clothes and stuff are just covered in mud. You can see that as you're walking around, you're just crunching on sticks and mud, and your feet are sloshing. And there you find a bed, a violin propped up against the wall, nice and decadent, and a man half in the bed, half on the floor.
I'm gonna kick him.
What? What did I do? I don't know her. Oh, hi.
Good morning. You ready to go?
He kind of pulls himself up and smooths out his tunic. He goes, where am I going?
We're going north. You want a story? You're going to get one.
Okay. Oh, you mean right now?
Aye.
Uh-huh. Is the sun up?
Starting.
Starting. Uh-huh. Okay. I'll find him putting on his boots. Find a story. Write a song. Make a ballad. Be famous, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Grabs his viol, strings it over his shoulder. Grabs his hat. He's like, adventure awaits.
Do I still? I still probably have like maybe half my cup of coffee left.
More like.
Yeah. I'm gonna hand it to him. Like
you just drink it in front of him.
I'm gonna hand him like the rest of the coffee. It's like, here, I think you need this more than me.
What's this, son?
It'll wake you up.
No doubt. Takes a sip.
It grows on you.
Wow. That is horrible.
It grows on you.
It might grow in me.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
No, this doesn't taste like tomatoes at all.
To each their own.
This is a horrendous concoction. As you see, he starts making towards the stairs and still drinks more. You go to head out. Meanwhile, Gnimwirt, you step outside. There is a very light mist. Dew all over the ground. A fog reaches across the town. It's pretty dense. You can see maybe 20 feet. And it's wet. Like, as you walk through, you're just like soaked, but like a mist, you know? The sun is starting to peek through and kind of lighting it up. It almost has like a mystical effect across the grounds. It's quiet. Birds are chirping. What do you do?
Do I see Bjoern anywhere near?
You need to roll. We're gonna go with a survival check. You don't see him. You don't even see like tracks. Actually, that's not entirely true. I'm actually going to give you this one. You got a 61 out of 42, but we're actually going to make this an easier check, which make it a 62. So you got a 61 out of 62, which means you succeed because the mud and the sticks are everywhere, and it's basically impossible not to leave tracks, especially when you're a giant bear. His tracks head out of Hobbs Lodge and head out towards the coastline. West.
Okay. Before I head out, I'm gonna walk over to my little area next to the lodge that's kind of
makeshift
got
workshop.
the bench and yeah, my makeshift workshop.
This workshop that's now like growing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure. So, and I'm gonna kind of like set my pack down on my workbench and like go through it, make sure I've got the supplies I need, and I've got the like specifically the potion, like the remedy, the extra ingredients. I've got that rope still, the boots and the ghillie suit, and just have it all together.
What rope?
The rope that we dove into the ocean with, and then I tied off.
Yes.
Then...
I was thinking of the net that you would put over the blight and then just left it tied up in the net.
No.
Yes, that rope. Yeah, you would have that.
Okay.
Yeah, as you're going through your pack, Adarag, you and Alexios step out of the Hobbs Lodge.
When you're finished with that, go ahead and give that back to Captain. Bless you.
Sorry, it's allergy season in Orwell's Rest.
Allergies?
I just made up that word. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what it is either.
Claritin.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to hit me again in the face, though, so be careful. Look out. You guys step out of Hobbs Lodge, and once again, similar scene. Sun's just starting to break through, fog across the town, and you're immediately met with like a light mist, rain, as well as wet fog.
Gnimwirt, is that you?
I peek around the corner. Yeah, over here.
All right. Do you know where Bjoern is?
Well, it looks like his tracks lead off towards the coast, so I was going to start there. It's a foggy morning this morning. Hopefully it burns off soon.
He went to the coast? Why would he go to the coast? North is that way.
I know, I haven't followed the tracks. I'm sure he didn't anticipate us getting up so early.
Possibly. I wonder...
It appears Alexios didn't expect us to either.
You see Alexios has gone back, put his tinkered down, thanked them, and is walking out. As Adarag leaves the door swings back. I'm fine, thank you. Steps out.
Not a very morning person,
What's
are we?
that?
I
was
have heard that we're off on an adventure.
That we are. I hope you're ready.
Shopping,
It could
gentlemen?
be dangerous.
Oh, dangerous shopping. My favorite.
Good.
Oh, you're funny. You're going to lead the pack.
That I will not. The enemies will fear us as my vial shall lead us into war.
Just start
Adarag.
playing.
Adarag, why don't you go and seek out Bjorn? I'm gonna fashion Alexios a quick suit and boots if I can.
All right. I'll, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Start walking down to the shore, to the coast.
Okay, you just head like maybe 30 feet down the road, not very far, and you come to a little roundabout. Goes around this tree, and at the base of the tree, you see Bjorn sat cross-legged, walking stick across his lap. He kind of looks up and goes, "Good morning, young one.
Morning, Bjorn.
Are you
How?
off to the north?"
I believe we're about ready to go. How about yourself?
It will be a good day. Pulls up his walking stick and stands himself up again.
I hope so.
Let us be off.
All right. This way, sir. Got the others waiting at the lodge.
He follows you.
Yep.
Bjorn has joined the party.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Do I need to roll for this suit and boots?
No. Anything to get us out of town.
Okay.
I get so enveloped in the RP that I'm just having fun. I look down and I was like, oh my god, we're halfway through the session.
Oh god.
Alright, so yeah, I'll give him the suit and boots. We'll just assume I did it well.
I mean, you made a couple of them now.
Yeah.
I've made it plenty of
I'm
times.
gonna
Yeah,
say
so
you made it equally to your own. You're making these for Alexios?
Yeah.
Okay, he probably stayed with you, and he'll once again take off his boots and wrap them with the wrap that you've made, and he's like, Mom didn't want me to be a minstrel. Mom wanted me to be a carpenter. Stayed home, roof over my head. With a hammer. Now, I'm gonna go play music. I'm gonna travel.
for what it's worth, Alexios, I'm glad you're here.
He kind of stops and looks up and goes, are you?
Yes. Now, we need to be off.
All right, sir. I got Bjorn.
Good. And Bjorn.
We agree, so we go.
Bjorn walks up. Morning, gentlemen. Who is this?
Oh,
My
yes, this is
name's Alexios. What he said. Alexios. Are you joining us on our travel north? That I am, for adventure and stories and alliant honor and all that. Or death. And with that, Bjorn will start moving up the path.
Yeah, you'll warm up to him. He's a great guy.
Did he say or death?
He's
Told you it could be dangerous.
he's got a bit of a dry humor.
He looks between you guys and Bjorn, He goes, I'm going with the big guy. Stand up and start following Bjorn.
Yeah.
So we are off to
North.
Northways then. Bop, and
The Stonehide Remedy.
bop.
And
Chat
the
says
Stone
welcome back.
Hunter.
Thank you, chat. We appreciate you.
Thanks, chat.
What did I just do? All right. You guys head off north. Now it is Gnimwirt to Adarag, Bjoern, and Alexios. What order of travel do you guys go in?
Alexios is the front, though.
Alexios will not go in front.
I think Adarag's going to take the lead.
Okay.
We know this path. Yeah.
Yeah, with kind of Bjoern probably stacked right behind him.
Alexios is going to be behind Bjoern.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll be walking kind of side by side with Alexios in the back.
Okay. You guys leave Arwen's Rest. You're headed back north, back out into the swamps. Now this is something you guys have come across multiple times now. You've been out in the swamps, you've been out in the northern road. You have some idea of what to expect. However, every time you come here, it seems a little different. It's changing, growing. Evolving? Now I'm going to need either a navigation check from Adarag to go exactly the right direction, or a survival check from Adarag to not go the wrong direction.
Okay.
Is there any advantage since we've been here multiple times?
Yes, there absolutely is, and I meant to mention this. Thank you. Because you guys have done this road, it is daylight. Are you traveling with light or no?
With the light, yeah. Adarag has torches, so.
Okay. Then we're gonna make this an easy check.
Yep. In that case, probably just going to do.
Remember,
Survival
navigation
was just like...
is flip to fail if it's not trained.
Yep. I really need to train that. I've got piloting, but not navigation. So survival.
Okay.
So...
Needed a 42 or less. Is that accurate? No, you didn't. You didn't add the make it easy check.
No, that was Gnimwirt.
Oh,
yeah.
that's old. Okay.
Yeah, so an easy. All right.
Close.
There you go. 65 or less. Got a 59. Okay. Adarag heads off, and you do it with confidence. Bjoern follows. Alexios right behind him, along with Gnimwirt. As you guys are heading north, I'm going to need each of you to roll a 1d20. Eight and 20.
Isn't high bad, though?
We'll see.
He was
For
celebrating.
For a 1d20, that's pretty good.
Okay, you guys head north, and as you're going, time seems to pass. The swamp and the fog blur out a lot of the sun. You can tell it's now daylight, but it's hard to tell what time of day. You're not really sure how much time has passed. As you guys are walking, I want everyone to roll an athletics check for me.
Standard all.
Standard all.
Did you roll at him?
Yep.
Okay.
That was the first one. 16
you
out
got
of
it.
20.
Okay,
42.
16 out of 42. Bjoern, 47 out of 50. Gnimwirt, 91 out of 40. Alexios,
My rolls
72
are
out of
so bad
38. Yeah, yours are rough. As you guys are walking behind you, you hear Gnimwirt and Alexios trip over each other, and kind of remember, you guys are walking along this raised path. that slopes off down to the mud of the swamp, where you see these green tendrils of ooze kind of leaking around the swamp. Alexios and Gnimwirt trip, and they both go to fall off the path, but they grab onto each other and like hold each other up. However, this commotion spooks a flock of crows nearby, and you hear the as a bunch of them call out, and a flock just bursts out of some of the underbrush off this path. What do you guys do?
I think Adarag's going to, like, with the suddenness of it, he's going to like kind of crouch down and like look around.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me, and remember you do get a bonus from if you're wearing your suit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what that bonus was. You guys were supposed to write it down.
Yeah.
I am sure you guys definitely wrote it down, right?
Um,
Any viewers remember what that bonus was? Do you guys see that episode?
2 easier challenge ratings when stealthing.
2 easier, so it'd be an easy. Oh, 2 easier than whatever I put it at. Okay,
Right.
so standard right now, so it should be an easy check.
Yep.
I wrote it down.
Well, boy.
Oh my gosh. Ah.
92 to 71. All right.
I'm going to use a fate.
Fortune. It says it right there. Okay, a 7 out of 71. Adarag goes to duck, slips a little, catches himself, ducks. What is Gnimwirt doing?
So did we catch ourselves so we didn't
Yes.
like fall down?
Yes.
Okay.
Shut up.
Let's do it.
laughing
Stop
at me.
eating.
I'm shoving my face full of food over here.
There's a time to snack, but we need to just try to be
Listen,
stealthy
I
here.
didn't get breakfast.
Well, listen here. This monster.
I don't know
that's,
how I'm eating and tripping and grabbing you all at the same time, but
Shush. Just listen for a second. I know you. I don't think you've been up this way, and I don't think you've encountered this monster that we know to prowl these areas. But it seems this monster is very focused on sound. So please be quiet as best you can. And those boots and that suit, I gave you those for a reason. We don't intend on being noticed while we're out here, so just be careful.
at that you see Bjoern looking around the group, and he goes, I seem to be lacking something.
Well, you stealthed up on our stealthy boys, so we figure you're pretty stealthy yourself.
Figured you already know how to blend into the surrounding pretty well.
Maybe. We will see. Shall we continue?
Sounds good.
Before we start, I would like to do like an awareness, like check the surroundings,
Absolutely. Roll an awareness
see if I'm
check.
seeing anything.
I would do the same, I think.
Both of you may. 24 out of 52 and a 34 out of 55. You both start looking around, just double checking the area. And both of you scanning, one probably from the north, one probably from the south, turning as you guys look east. Both of you notice something odd. As you're looking, you both spot it at the same time. It looks like a mound that you guys had already passed.
A mound?
Yeah, like a tuft of grass, a mound of grass, or like a mound of swamp that you're like, didn't we pass that a while ago?
Gonna try to use like hand signals, like.
I'll just look at Adarag and annoyed, like walk up to him like 10 feet. What is it?
You saw it. It's there. It's the thing you were telling me about.
Yes,
It's over there.
The dragon. It doesn't appear to be moving, but well, actually, does it appear to be moving?
I could have sworn it was. I could have sworn we already passed it. but now that I look at it, I think I think it's following us.
Well, we need to be more quiet and more focused on being not noticed. Since it's to the east, I'm going to suggest we go over to the west side of the path and kind of... Adarag, I would put out the torch for now, just to increase our stealth, and let's try to move on the other side of this bank so it can't notice us as easy, and we'll peek up occasionally to make sure it's not following. I'm scared of whatever Wrath's doing.
You should be.
The gods are smiling. I don't like this.
You should be scared, but not for the reasons you think.
Okay. So I'm going to take his advice and put out the torch and walk on the left-hand side of the road.
Damn it. Okay. You put out the torch. Walk on the western side of the road.
Yep.
I need to know, is Gnimwirt gonna roll stealth?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. 36 out of 63.
Did you roll, Adam, stealth?
Yes.
Yeah.
He
Earlier.
failed, re-rolled, succeeded.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was... Yeah, okay.
Hang on. There we go.
Did you use a fortune?
I did.
Yep.
Oh, we just don't know what it was.
Yep.
Okay.
I re-rolled something.
Uh-oh.
I hate this. Okay. You guys
Oh, no.
continue on. As you guys are walking, you realize Bjoern seems to move across the swamp. You guys seem to move across the swamp. Alexios doesn't seem to move across the swamp. Feet stepping in the mud, letting out that little squish as he's walking. You're right next to him. Adarag, you turn. The mound is closer. As you guys have distanced yourself and headed north. But that same mound is closer than it was?
A little closer.
I notice this?
You notice everything I've told you.
Okay. I'm gonna...
You can see Alexios is like...
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna grab him and stop him from walking.
What? What
And
is
then-
it? Are we under attack?
I'm not talking because I want to be completely quiet.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna look at him with the clearest fear you've ever seen in a man's eyes, and just... I'm hoping that can get the message
I
across.
think I'll pick up on it and he'll just get real quiet and like slink down.
And then I'm gonna go inspect the way he fashioned my boot to his boots and make sure it was done correctly.
It does seem to be on there.
Okay, like he put it on correctly. It's not like
Seems like.
loose or something.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing I could fix to make him... Okay.
I
quieter.
wouldn't say that.
Okay.
Do you guys... There's something you guys are doing that he is not.
Are we still... Okay, hold on. We're not at the river, right?
Sure.
We're
I
at-
just kind of put you guys past the river.
Okay. So we're not trying to do like the crawl across or anything.
No. But you've noticed that you two move through the swamp based off that knowledge.
Okay.
So
So
you are light stepping and like balancing your weight and like, you know, things you learned from Isabella.
Mhm.
You never.
So I'm gonna without talking try to explain this to him. So I'm going to point at him and say stay. And then I'm gonna
not say stay.
yeah, I'm just doing these motions, but for the stream and viewers, I'm saying. So I point at him, do this, and then I'm going to point at him, watch me, and then I'm going to do the motion the way I'm supposed to.
Roll a performance check.
All right.
Gonna be standard.
Performance?
Yep. This isn't really a pass or fail. It's more of just kind of how well do you get it across.
Where's performance?
There's not a performance.
Jeez, Wrath, get your skills right. Oh, that's right. I think they threw performance and charm. I don't want you to roll charm. Let's go with coordination. Let's go one. Sweet. Yeah, 43 less, got a 28. Love it. Alright. You perform this out, and he just starts following in your footsteps as you're walking, like just mimicking you. And after like a minute, he's like, kind of taps you on the shoulder and nods, like, alright, I got it.
Okay. We're going to keep moving. And
Okay.
I'm going to look to see if the mound's still moving.
As you guys continue northwards, it almost looks like the mound isn't like, it's not a moving thing. It seems to be gliding. Except it starts to move eastward, northeast.
Northeast. Okay.
Yeah, it pushes on. Chat called me hot, so you guys are gonna get a bonus from that, and the thing is gonna leave you alone. It moves off on its own.
Heck yeah.
Thanks, chat.
Thanks, chat.
That made me feel good. So you guys get a bonus. Why not? Yeah, the creature will move off. You guys seem to be in the clear again.
Okay. Yeah.
You guys head north. This is where, again, for those of you who have just joined us, this entire session is improvised, except getting to this point. There it is. All right. You guys get to familiar territory. You see what looks to be a ripped apart net on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, like hand signals, like.
I'm going to gather up the net.
It looks ruined.
Oh, like there's no salvageable part of it?
Doesn't look like it. It's
rope or
ravaged.
anything. Okay.
Yeah. Adarag, you know it's from here that you spotted something shiny.
Okay, and so obviously still foggy out, but I still have the general sense of direction of where that was.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to start going in that direction and keeping an eye out for when I start to see the tree line starting to recede. So like, because I know that there was like a ring around it. So I want to, once we get to the clearing area of it, I want to make a like a perception awareness sort of the clearing for as much as I can see.
Okay. He's pushing up to clearing. What is Gnimwirt doing?
I think I'm going to inspect the area around the net to see if I can tell how the blight was freed from it. Like if others came to free it or if it got out itself.
See tons of mud and sticks and debris, leaves. You see what looks to be, used to be a purple flower is now completely rotten and stinking and putrid. About what you're able to tell from that.
Okay, then I'm gonna.
Bjorn and
Continue
Alexios
to-
are following Adarag.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna continue towards them, focused on being quiet still.
Adarag, you get to the glade. In the glade, you see a man made of stone. Believe. Oh god, it wasn't marble. It was. Help me out here, guys.
Granite?
Granite. Thank you.
Yep.
Made of like a granite. Again, one hand up, determined face. One hand back, gripping small bones. Pile of bones at its feet.
Okay. And so checking around the clearing, just making sure like I don't see any mounds anywhere.
Everything seems to be as normal. There's an ashen tree on the far side, a rune carved into it.
Okay.
For those of you who are just joining, who don't remember, rune of the ashen tree.
Okay. Sense.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Money, the money tree.
The money tree. The lending tree. I'm going to like turn to Bjorn and why am I forgetting the name? Alexios, thank you.
Yeah, I'm here too.
I'm blanking. I'm going to turn to them and kind of mention like, all right, this is the guy that we're trying to depetrify. We're going to try to capture him if at all possible. And then kind of out of their sight line, or like, and then I'll like maybe like point out the ashen tree to them. And then while they're kind of distracted, I'm going to apply Folkbane to my stiletto.
Okay.
What is that? Would I know?
No.
No.
Okay.
And I'm trying to do this secretly, so you probably wouldn't even see it.
Adarag has told you about Folkbane, though.
Yeah, I have told you about it. Yeah.
I just don't remember. That's okay.
So it was when yeah.
It's up
For
to
those that are
if
watching.
if you want to remind
Yeah.
him, that's fine. I was
For
like,
those that
no,
are
you
watching,
wouldn't know, but then I was like, no, he did tell you about it.
Yeah, so for those that are watching, and I mentioned this to Gnimwirt while we were having our little powwow in our abandoned ruin. Folkbane is an oil that when applied to a weapon, one charge of it would cause like severe slowness, so reduces the number of action points that the person has for like combat. I think is what. Is that what they're called?
I have the book open. I will double check. I think that's right.
We can go conceptually until we need it.
Yeah, conceptually. So one charge of it would cause them to slow down, to like lose action points. Two
Reactions.
of them. Yeah, so two of them would. So one would slow down or reduce the number of reactions that they have. Two would
unable to use perilous stunts or reactions for 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
If subjected to 3 doses, it causes the creature to be unable to use any movement actions, perilous stunts, or reactions for 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Anything more can be fatal.
Yep. So I'm going to apply.
Yeah, basically a slow spell trap.
Yeah, basically
more like a toxin on the blade.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to use 2 of my 3 charges of it.
Okay.
And while he's doing that, I'm pulling out my rope, and there's a couple things I'm planning on focusing on. So I want to, while he's still a statue, I'm going to wrap it around his legs, like down kind of near the calves, sort of.
Okay.
And then I'm also going to, I know he's, like, what position is his arms in? Like, he's got one hand out with the dagger, right?
One hand out front, one hand out back.
One hand out back.
Right. So what I'm going to do is wrap it around each wrist, and I know they're separate, and I'm going to explain to Bjoern, when he is unpetrified, can you help me restrain him. You're a lot stronger than I am.
We will see. I do not know this man.
Yes, but he has a dagger, and I believe the last thing he remembers was fighting a dragon, so he might come out of petrification as hostile until he understands what's happening.
So should we not pose ourselves as friends?
Would Gnimwirt know if this guy knows him personally?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is I think he probably would be familiar. If he knew my work, he'd probably know me. So, I think based on this man's history in the town, I don't think he would believe that we are friendly.
Baby, I am not from your town, and I do not wish this man harm. I am here to fix the balance of nature.
I do not wish to harm this man either, but he has committed some atrocities.
Bjoern, you see these bones. I believe this to be the bones of children from the town. This is no saint of a man.
All the same, we will still try our best to take him in to face justice.
Unharmed, if possible, but I'd like to be alive to do so.
I will not allow him to harm you.
That's all we ask.
This is fair. Shall we
All right.
see how our potion fares?
Yes.
And if I can I like position myself to like try to disarm him as the petrification is like happening? Or depetrification is happening?
Yeah, I would allow that. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're poised at the front of him. Bjoern will probably stand in front, probably between the two of you. Gnimwirt, assuming you're going to be applying the remedy, which leaves Alexios, who is standing a little ways off, but you can see he's very interested, like he has not stopped watching.
Okay. Are we all ready?
Aye, sir.
Ready for what? I mean, I know the general idea, but we'll see what happens.
Before I apply the remedy, I'm going to do one last look around to make sure there's no mounds approaching.
Alexios will see that, and he's going to look too. Go ahead and roll an awareness check. Okay. You don't see anything.
Okay.
Alexios looks around and kind of nods.
Okay. Here it goes. And I pull out the Stonehide remedy and let's see. I'm reading the recipe real quick. It doesn't say how it needs to be applied, so I'll just take some of it and put it on the statue.
Okay. Gnimwirt. You step up, pull out this tincture, pour it onto the statue.
Is it like a liquid or is it like powder?
It's the liquid.
Okay.
Yeah. You're a little short, so you're reaching out and pouring. Bjoern will probably take, once you've poured out like half, he'll take the other half and pour it over the top. Kind of helping you out. Stand back.
Bjoern.
BAM!
You know,
The top half just shatters, bursting out. I need an athletics check. Excuse me, coordination check from each of you.
oh, come on.
You roll poorly again?
That's my second 100 tonight.
No shit. It's alright. I crit failed some of mine too. During the stealth check, that's where I used a fortune point on Alexios. He failed and then crit failed. I was like, damn it. Okay.
I've never rolled a 100 and I've rolled 2 tonight.
Yeah, it's not your night, man. Adarag, the top half shatters, and shards of granite go bursting out. You duck, bob and weave, like, whoa! Like Ninja Matrix getting out of the way. Gnimwirt, you get beamed in the head. You black out. Grunkle drops to all four, and the shards
Bjoern.
shoot over. Yeah, not Grunkle. Bjoern, damn it. Bjoern drops. Grunkle's here too. Just like a random cameo. Grunkle runs through the glade, just doesn't get hit. If this was like an animated series, I totally would just have Grunkle in the background. Like no one even talks about it, no one notices. You just see Grunkle in the background run past. Doesn't get hit. Bjoern drops to all fours, doesn't get hit. Alexios, you can see, gets pelted with 2 shards as he's just like, catching his arm. You can see he's bleeding out one side. When RNGesus forsakes you. Facts.
Mm-hmm. So I was trying to, like, disarm him as this thing was going.
You will have an action.
Okay.
I believe, yes, it is a perilous stunt. It's one of the perilous stunts to disarm. So quick sheets, action points. Here we go. To disarm. Thought it was a perilous stunt. It is. Yes, it is. You have to make a coordination test.
Did that.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll allow it.
Yeah, so he has to beat my
He
24.
has to resist or be disarmed. Okay. For this one, I'm rolling in person. Because this whole thing is improvised and I don't have his stats up in front of me. But I do need dice though. These are my Savage Pickles dice. Those aren't. That's not gonna work. Here we go. What did you get?
24.
Shards burst, flying out, pelting the trees around you. You dodge, come up, smack the dagger out of his hand, and as you can see, just the top half is free. The dagger drops, flying off into the ground. You've effectively smacked it far out of his reach.
Mm-hmm.
His lower half still frozen. His top half swings around as Atlas stares at you, Adarag. Blinking, you can see one eye. Wound healed, but seems fresh. Just clawed out. Eye has gone, like, blind.
Mm-hmm.
He looks, he's like, Who are you? Who are you?
Well, sir, I might be the one saving you today.
Where am I?
Well, you're in the Glen, sir.
Where is it? What's it? What did you do to me?
It was not I, sir. I'm the one who brought you back.
Where's the kid?
Kid,
Where's the kid? The kid was in danger. Where's...
the one next to you, sir.
No.
What were you doing out here?
What happened? Oh man,
Sir,
what
I
happened?
I believe you were caught by a swamp dragon.
Oh. It made me come out here. Why?
Keep your voice down if you don't want it to come back. Now,
Fucking
explain to
kid's
me
dead.
what happened.
The kid was just here.
I know, sir. It might seem that way, but he's been dead a long while. What brought you out here?
He made me come out here.
Who
He had me
is
steal
he?
some shit, brought it all the way out here to him, and then he blew up my friend.
Who is he?
I don't know his name.
All right. Well, I need to know one thing for you.
I don't need to know shit, man. What?
Do you know the name Gnimwirt?
No. What's a Gnimwirt?
All right. Bjoern, you
What
okay?
the? Bear stands up. I am unharmed. Not
Alexios?
like Alexios. You see Alexios is like, I'm harmed!
Well, keep your voice down.
Right. Bjorn's like, I will tend to him.
Gnimwirt, Gnimwirt? Knocked out. All right, I'm gonna go and like pick up the dagger because he seems immobile at the moment.
You
Gonna pick up the
see,
dagger.
he's looking around. He's like, made me come out here. Made me do all this. Killed my friend.
So I'm gonna, after picking up the dagger, I'm gonna go over to Gnimwirt and try to wake him up.
Who are you people? Are you with the stick people?
We're not with the stick people, sir. We're trying to actually help you. Get you back to town.
Save that kid from the sticks. Man,
I know, sir.
dragon.
I know, sir. It's rough out here.
Man,
We've lost many ourselves, but I need you to get a hold of yourself. Well, we need to get you back to town.
I can't go to town.
Sir, you have to.
He's in my head.
Who is in your head?
The guy. One who had me steal that stuff, come all the way out here into the middle of nowhere. I even
need
gave
a
it
name.
to him and he killed my friend.
I need a name.
I don't have a name. He didn't
Alright.
kill my friend. I killed him.
Is he still in your head?
I don't know. I can't trust my own thoughts.
I'm still trying to wake up Gnimwirt.
Gnimwirt, go ahead and roll a toughness check for me. It's gonna be routine. Gnimwirt comes to.
Oh,
Sir,
Huh.
Are you alright?
am I?
You've got a massive headache, but no full wound.
Okay. I'm gonna just like, yeah, I think so.
Right, well,
Did it work?
it worked alright, but only on his upper half. His bottom half seems to be still stone formed.
It's at this point you see
see.
him reaching into his pocket, pulling it out, and he goes, I killed my friend. Got the kid killed. He's in my head. I can't.
I'm going to, like, make a, like, as quickly as I can, like, smack whatever's in his hand out of.
You go to smack what's in his hand. Gnimwirt, what are you doing?
I think I'm still kind of understanding what just happened. Like, I'm kind of stunned.
Perfectly reasonable. You guys see Bjoern and Alexios are standing up. Bjoern seems to have wrapped like a bandage around Alexios's arm, where there's still like blood. His arm is all bloody, but it seems to have stopped. He's kind of sitting there holding it. They're standing up, looking. As you see this guy named Atlas, a spark ignites in his hands. And with that, he looks up. Adarag's diving at him. Gnimwirt's on the ground looking up. Alexios and Bjoern are walking forward. As time just stops. And we see a pulse wave emit from Atlas. Shockwave that just ripples out. And at first it's a boom, and then this like tidal wave that kind of flows through your guys' body, and you all get shot backwards. This fire explosion erupts where you can't even see Atlas. However, then you see this explosion warp, twist, turn into almost like a horizontal tornado and lash off to the side. And as Adarag's, this is all like slow motion, as Adarag is flying back, Gnimwirt's on the ground, getting once again like slid back across the ground. Alexios and Bjoern also both getting blasted. You can see Bjoern is like grabbing onto Alexios, like holding him as they're both just getting launched. You see this fire wave get launched straight at an ashen tree, a rune shining brightly. Adarag, as you're flying through the air, you look down, you see two other runes shining brightly. Those on Gnimwirt's forehead. Gnimwirt, you see the same thing on Adarag's forehead. The runes seem to have activated. As the light seems to condense, Bjoern and Alexios get moved into darkness as the light condenses, more centered around Atlas. The two of you being closer are still in this light. You're still able to see each other. As his body contorts and rips and gets sucked into where this rune is, Atlas is pulled from the granite, kind of cracking and crumbling, and his lower half kind of gets distorted. As this rune sucks out and the fire is going between him and the rune. And you guys see this light condense until it almost forms like a circle around you guys. It like rotating. Think of it as
Around
like one of those gyro balls. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, you guys in Atlas. As you see his body is distorting and changing, twisting. He's crying out, "What have I done?" As you guys look around you, you're no longer in the swamp. You're in what looks to be... No, it's the same area. You still see you're in like this glade, but you're now on top of a hill. The area looks like a highland. Big rolling hills. Out to the west, the waves are crashing up against the rock faces of mountains. Not like mountains, but you guys know basic highland territory.
Yeah.
And as you look back, you see his body is distorting and changing and twisting, and his arms turn and giant claws come out as he distorts. And you see his one eye looks very familiar to another creature you've seen. As Atlas turns looking at you, the portal distorts and winds down, leaving you guys outside of it, but him still in it. And as the light fades, the highland scenery around him fades, and you're left back in the swamp, you see his face turn His tongue darts out, and his head explodes into that of a dragon.
Ah.
And then it's dark, it's quiet, and you're back in the swamp.
With the dragon, or
so Atlas's head is a dragon now.
Atlas is gone.
What's the dragon? Head of a dragon?
so the dragon is on the other side of like this portal that we were seeing, essentially. Am I getting that right? Like we were seeing
From
him
what you
transforming
could
on the other side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we saw him transform into a dragon.
On the other side of this portal where
It
we
looked
saw
like he
Highland.
was sucked through the portal and was changing into a dragon, and then as he was trying to get out and climb, he was trapped in this portal.
Mm-hmm. And we could see some like Highland sort of with mountains and water, waves crashing into that. So kind of like think of like maybe like the hills, like
An uncorrupted version of this land, maybe. Did the dragon look that we saw, was it similar look to the swamp dragon that we had seen previously? Like same type of dragon? Or different kind of
resembled.
Dragon? Okay.
Can I see anything like changed on the ashen tree?
Yeah, it looks like it's been struck by lightning. It's completely charred and burnt, and that symbol is gone.
Okay. And I still have the dagger though from him. Okay. Is there anything else that we can see in the clearing?
You see Bjoern and Alexios standing up and looking around, very confused.
All right, then I'm gonna run over to Gnimwirt and make sure he's okay.
Okay. The other party members will start making their way towards you guys.
Sir, are you okay? For the second
yes.
time today.
Yes, I'm fine. Did you see what I just saw?
It looked like he shifted into, or was sucked into some sort of portal and changed into a beast.
Yes, a dragon. Bjoern, Alexios, did you see the same?
I didn't see. This, friend saved me from the blast, but we were knocked prone. Everything went dark when we came back to. And you guys were laying over here, and we were way over there. What happened to, Man of Stone? Yes. Where did he go?
I don't fully understand, but I don't know that we should stay here. I'm worried the dragon could be coming back. Let's say we finish what we can here and get back to safety, and then we can figure out what the hell just happened.
I think that is a great idea. We are not safe.
I agree. All right, everybody, quiet as we make our way back.
So, just to be clear, the statue, are there still like statue legs there? Or it's all gone?
There's shards of granite all over the glade.
So the whole statue was broke, not just the top?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look around to see if I see the mound anywhere. Or blights, too.
Roll awareness checks. As you can see, Alexios and Bjoern are starting to head south. Kind of still very confused what just happened. You guys don't see any mound, any dragon. But you do see eyes watching from the glade. One pair.
Okay. I'm gonna hustle up towards Bjorn and just tap him on the shoulder and say, Bjorn.
Well, you tap him on the thigh.
Sure. Bjorn, the twig blights, I believe, could be back. I see eyes in the forest. Just to be aware.
Now might be a good time to bring back the torches.
Aye, sir. And I pull out a torch, light it, and start leading our way back.
He continues walking on. You can see Alexius is like, do you have another torch? I'll carry one.
Matter of fact, I do.
I'd
I
be
hand him
happy
a torch.
to. Like, team effort, everyone.
I'll need that back when we get to town.
Yes, of course. Once we get to town.
And remember, friends, stealth is still critical.
Aye, sir. And I take off back down south. On the...
Adarag just starts sprinting. Stealth, right. Later, bitches!
Yeah, we're going.
Okay. As you guys head south, go ahead.
Yeah, as we're going, I'd like to keep an eye out for any... Because this is like some mystical shit that I've just seen. I would like to like be on... I think my Adarag would be on alert for... trying to think. I think the last time he would have seen something like this magical would be the time that he had a run-in with the gods. So he'd be kind of like on high alert for any sort of witchcraft and wizardry.
You got a run-in with the gods?
Well, my family's cursed history.
Oh, right. I was like, I was thinking of like what's happened in the campaign. I was like,
No, yeah.
did I do that?
Yeah.
Did I do that? Okay. Okay. You guys head south. As you're heading south, you're following the path, the same path you came up on. However, as you guys are going, you see something up ahead that was not on your path on the way up here. You see what looks to be a stump. Off to the side, but not far off the path, maybe 10 feet. Up a small hill, stump. Around the hills, some like, you know, basic fauna, some mushrooms and stuff like that. There's light breaking through some of the trees and overhanging cover, kind of illuminating this little hilltop stump. Big stump. But it definitely, this is not the way you came.
Does it look like it's on a mound?
It looks like it's on a hill. It definitely doesn't look like the mound.
Okay.
Yeah. For those in chat who might be wondering, the swamp dragon prowls this area and can blend in with its surroundings and basically just looks like another mound in the swamp. That's what they're worried about.
Does it resemble the same type of wood that the twig blights seem to be made out of?
Can't tell from here.
Okay.
Does it look like it's like ashen wood, like a chopped down ashen wood tree?
Can't tell from here.
Okay.
Adarag. That wasn't there when we first passed, was it?
No, it wasn't, sir.
Bjorn, are you familiar with moving stumps in this land?
Many things move in these swamps. Stumps is a new one.
Might I suggest we don't go near this mysterious stump and go around.
Our path goes right past it. To go around would be to go deeper into the swamp.
How far away are we from it?
25 feet?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, Bjorn, if we go past it, I don't know what we'll find.
I
We
understand.
may be safer.
I was just making you aware is all. We'll follow your leads.
I'll take a closer look. Be ready.
Ready with what? If a dragon comes charging out, I don't know how ready we could be.
Fair point. Well, just be ready. With whatever that may mean for you. And I'm going to start, like, trying to creep closer, getting a closer eye on what this thing is.
You can see Alexios almost seems more brave. He's taking up the rear and he's holding the torch out, just kind of scanning behind you guys.
Mhm.
Bjorn watches intently as you approach. What is Gnimwirt doing while Adarag approaches?
I think I'm gonna, like, whatever side the stump is on. Is it on the east or west side?
West side. West side?
Okay.
So,
So I'm gonna go kind of on the path on the east side and kind of take cover behind the path so I'm protected from possible explosions or whatever. And
I ain't getting hit in the head again.
yeah, and I'm kind of watching, and I'm also gonna check behind me to make sure nothing's out of the ordinary.
Okay. I'm gonna need a stealth and an awareness from Gnimwirt. Adarag, how would you like to approach the stump on the hill?
stealthily with my torch in front of me.
Perfect stealth check. 90s. Nice, Gnimwirt.
I'm gonna reroll.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. You can reroll again.
No.
Look,
Okay.
see, Adarag's got it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Clearly.
Hang on. Oh, is that with the easy check?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, hang on. Why is your still so high? Yeah, because you get a bonus in town without your suit, and then you get a bonus out of town with your suit. That's
I'm a stealthy boy.
all right.
Oh, come on.
Oh my gosh.
All right. You want to reroll?
No.
Okay. Hey, Falcon, welcome to the stream. Okay. Gnimwirt is neither stealthing nor awareing. It's alright. This session, I mean, we'll talk about this under the table, but this session, I was like, man, Alexios seems like such a bullshit ally. He's like failing his stealth checks, failing his aware, like he's failing all his shit. But it's alright. Gnimwirt's making him feel better about himself.
Yeah.
Can't do anything this game.
Adarag, you're approaching, slinking up, moving through the brush. You ascend the hill.
Yeah, I'm going to ascend the hill.
Okay. Moving up the hill. You're surrounded by a bunch of like fauna, like I said, like mushrooms and stuff of the swamp. Getting up to the top of the hill, you see this stump. It's very large, round. It has a symbol emblazoned into it, almost like branded, of two letters mirrored, facing opposite directions. So that's the same letter that just mirrored, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a giant gash right through them. I'm gonna need a check. It's gonna be. Let's go with. I'm gonna go with a scrutinize check on this one.
Scrutinize?
It might be awareness, but I'm gonna go with a scrutinize check.
Wouldn't, not a rumor?
No, definitely not rumor.
Okay. There it is.
One of my favorite lines from chat so far was, damn dragons and their exploding heads. Okay, scrutinize. 59 out of 45. It looks like a really ancient tree. I mean, granted, the tree's gone, what's left is a stump, but it looks ancient hell. That's what you're able to tell from this thing.
Can I inspect around it to see, like, so there's the gash on the top. Do I see any other damage around the stump?
No.
Okay, just on the top.
Yep.
And this gouge is going through the lettering that I'm seeing?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so would I interpret this as like an attempt to negate whatever like rune craft is being done here? Yeah.
Unsure. Could
Okay.
be.
All right.
All
And
you
so it's a
see is the
gouge.
stump, the lettering, the symbols on it, the gash wound in it. It's ancient. The mushroom surrounding it. It's on a hill.
Are there any, so other than the stump, are there any other like key features that one might be able to see from a distance to like try to find this thing again? Like any notable features? Just the mushrooms and the stump, really?
Mushrooms, the stump. There's still dabbled ruins in the area. We'll say in this particular area, you can probably maybe mark one of the ruins. It would require you to go off the path.
I'm gonna mark a ruin.
Okay. So you're gonna come down from the hill, head off the path, into the swamp. It's probably maybe 15, 20 feet. You can get to your nearest ruin. And how would you like to mark it?
I'm going to mark it with
A B. And put it in the oven for baby and me.
me.
Sorry.
I am going to lockpick. Going through all my stuff. So with my torch, I would like to. Is this on like a piece of wood? Or are these other runes on pieces of woods, like trees or something like that?
Ruins.
Ruins. Oh,
Not
ruins.
runes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ruins. All right, then with.
I know, too many. They sound very similar.
Then I'd like.
at me for saying that wrong all the time.
Ruin.
Okay, so I'd like to mark the ruin with. I'd like to put out my torch and use like the charcoal on the end of the torch to like mark it.
Absolutely, you can do. This ruin in particular seems to be made of like some kind of marble-like stone.
Yeah.
You're easily able to mark it up with the charcoal from your torch. What do you mark on it, Mr. Illiterate?
Mr. Illiterate.
Stick figure.
I think Adarag would mark it with his
I think
best
it'd be really
rendition.
cool to like not know common and not be able to write, but you know thieves' tongue. So all you know of like writing is like thieves' tongue symbols and stuff, and you're like reading a book. You're like, I don't understand any of this. Oh, safe house.
Oh.
I don't know any of these words, but that's a safe house. That'd be interesting.
I think I'd probably mark it with probably I'd have to imagine like Adarag had some sort of symbol from his smuggler days that he would like mark on like, or he would know to like mark on items that are to be like looted and like traded, like black market goods. That symbol probably would look something along the lines of a combination of an he only really understands like the first letters of his name, so A and then an N, combined together with like the N jutting out from the downward slant of the A.
That's what you think you wrote.
That's what I think I wrote.
Yeah. If Adarag was looking, we'll say, you guys ever seen that poop emoticon? Emoji?
Poop emoji? Yeah.
It's not an emoticon. I'm old. Sorry. Poop emoji? That's basically what it looks like.
Okay.
With charcoal.
With charcoal, yep. You mark the ruin. You're easily able to traverse the swamp to get over there and back thanks to your handy-dandy boots.
A boots.
Buy one now at a Gnimwirt near you. Adarag, you make it back. Gnimwirt, you're able to... You don't hide from Adarag, but you do see Adarag do what he does. You don't see anything else.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'd like to keep moving towards town.
Okay. Adarag, do you rejoin the party?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You guys continue to head south.
Leading the way.
And as you do, the fog begins to thin, if ever just slightly. As you see the mud river in front of you. You see people out on the river doing their thing. Kind of, you know, fishing, netting, digging in, clamming, grabbing their stuff. You see Isabella kind of looks up and waves. You see her wave from the river where she's out playing on the other side. She doesn't seem like she's coming out into the river. She's playing on the other side. Kind of waves to you guys. She goes back to playing with some of the other kids there. As you've made it back to Arwen's Rest. In the time it's taken you, now that you're back in town, you're not in the swamp, covered by the overhang of the swamp. You see that it's late afternoon. It is taking you the better part of the day to get up there and get back.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how much time can pass when you're traveling rather than just staying in town. 3 sessions in one day. 1 session is a day. But you guys have made it back. It's late afternoon. You can see that people are finishing up the work. They seem to be, you know, packing up their things. And as you guys are crossing, heading back across the river, Alexio's following your guys' lead once again after you probably taught him kind of, you know, how to walk and move through the swamp. He's having a lot easier time this time around. You guys see that people are kind of coming alongside you guys, kind of nudging you, and hey, it's good to have you back. And as you guys make your way, kind of following some of the crowds back into Arwen's Rest. You guys have once again survived the swamp. But did you really come back with any reward from your journey? Did you learn anything along the way? Find out on Under the Table, coming up next Monday. It's Monday. At 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to be it for us. This is King's Crossing, episode 19, with Tough Nuts and Adis playing Gnimwirt and Adarag respectively. Huge thanks to you guys. Kind of an improvised episode. Hopefully, players, hopefully you guys had fun.
I had a lot of fun.
That's good. Well, at least Adis did.
I did too.
Gnimwirt's like, I rolled terribly and got knocked out. I didn't have fun.
I'm secretly trying to brainstorm what I'll call this session, and I'm struggling.
Yeah,
I'll think about it.
That's a fair one. Exploding Dragon Head, which isn't what I meant when I said that, but I can see how people got that.
Floating dragon heads and poop emojis.
Yeah. Exploding Heads. What is that band? Smashing Pumpkins.
Never
mind.
mind,
That's totally
Smashing
different.
Pumpkins.
Totally different. Never mind. Not dying is half the battle. It's through. They came back with their lives. You're right, chat. If you guys want to hear some behind the scenes talk about the sessions, we have one on Tuesday and then one on Sunday, and we'll talk about those on Monday. So if you want to hear the behind the scenes for both parties, we all come together on Mondays. Well, most of us come together. Right, Tough Nuts?
Hey, I'm busy.
That's fair. Whoever is available, we'll come together and we talk about the sessions and stuff. But I do require a lot of my players. They're already showing up. I've got guys who show up Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. Got people are busy. I get it. If they can show up, they will, and you guys can ask all your questions. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, leave a comment, ask your questions. We will get to it during the Under the Table. We will actually, our most recent Under the Table, I think we did address some of the questions you guys had for us. So that was really cool. It was really fun to incorporate you guys into that as well. So all of you guys in chat, if you want to ask questions during the End of the Table, please either put it in the Discord in a way that I will remember to get to them, and or put them on the YouTube comments. YouTube comments is probably the easiest way to do it because I will check those, and it's really easy to pull up those 2 episodes, look at the comments, and see what you guys had to say. So,
Or you could be there live and ask your questions.
That's also true. That's a great point. Yeah, you can join us for the live stream at 9 p.m. Eastern time on Monday and ask your questions there. That's another absolutely. Kick. Yes, on kick.com/Rathnar. Thank you. That's my mod right there. You guys have anything?
No, thanks for improvising for us. Yeah, I thought it was a great session.
Good, thank you. Yeah, I don't feel like it was one of my stronger sessions, but it just shows me the power of actually prepping and having this stuff ready. Versus, I mean, I can still improvise and have a good game, but I still feel better when I'm a bit more prepared. And then, again, that's nothing on you guys. We changed everything as we started, so.
I think that feeling's more for the DM though than the players, because I think we still had a great time.
That makes me feel, but that makes me feel a lot better. I don't even care. I struggled, but that's on me. As long as you guys had fun, then I'd say it was a success.
Yeah. So. I get that. I can relate because I've had sessions for my group where I was disappointed and everyone had a great time.
But I'm not disappointed per se, but personally it's just like, I could have done better. But it is what it is. I think it still worked out, and you guys got to do the quest that I wanted you to do and learn what I wanted you to learn and see what I wanted you to see. So, do you feel you learned something and took away something from that adventure?
I think so.
I got
or at least we have more breadcrumbs on the trail, at least.
Yeah. We are for my players and for the rest of the people watching. I don't have my book with me, but we are, I think, 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks out from adventure climax end. So it's coming up. It's gonna be here quick. There is a timeline. There are things in motion. There is an end date to this. So be prepared for that. Once this adventure does end, we'll be taking a break. That's when I believe we'll be getting back to Baldur's Gate 3. We'll resume. During that break time, and then once we've taken the nice time of break, we will come back and more King's Crossing will resume. Not over. It will be a second season. And who returns of the cast, we'll see. If we have new cast, we'll see. That'll be up to the players to decide. So go comment, let me know. Tell the players that they have to return because you can't live without Gnimwirt and Adarag. I would understand. And we will catch you all in the next video. Yeah.
Cheers.
Later, everybody.